going on, you guys? So our Las Vegas Raiders fell to the Atlanta Falcons on Monday Night Football, and there was some good, there was some bad, there was some ugly, and we're going to cover it all today in our latest edition of Standouts and Fizzouts. Usually everyone has their own edition of winners and losers. Ours is Standouts and Fizzouts. For those of you that have watched the channel, know exactly what this entails. Obviously, it's standouts because of players that stood out or nice word, Colton, or players that fizzled out because of pop. Now, usually we hold a Coke can or something in the middle here. We're doing coffee this morning because it's early. But in the comment section below, let us know what kind of pop you drink, whether it's Coke, Pepsi, Diet, Dr. Thunder, whatever it is, because pop is the greatest thing since sliced bread, and we think it should replace all water. It's the best thing. Love it. But also, since we're doing a coffee this morning, what is it for you guys? Is it, do you guys just drink it black? Do you guys just like it with a little bit of creamer? I personally like most of the time black, but sometimes I like a little bit of French vanilla creamer. Just depends on the day. But overall, in the comment section, let us know. But we're going to cover it today in our edition of Standouts and Fizzouts. So let's start with the winners or standouts, if you will, if you are the Las Vegas Raiders. So first off, I want to start by saying that I didn't think Desmond Ridder played that bad. I had him in the Fizzouts. You could probably make a case that he was in the standouts here, but overall, guys like Jacoby Myers and Amir Abdullah, they were, I would say, largely the most promising things taken out of this game. You had Jacoby Myers 5 for 59, and then you also had Amir Abdullah 7 for 58. Caught that touchdown, made a couple of really nice plays in the pass game. Also was pretty good in terms of blocking and everything. Robert Spillane led the team in tackles. He was second behind Isaiah Palamau. We'll get to him in a second, but had 8 tackles and an interception. That was good to see. Jonah Laulu had a sack, and he also had that nice pass break up there at the end of the game, or towards the end, where the Raiders got the ball back. Played himself a really solid game. I think he's going to get a look by a couple of NFL teams. Adam Butler got a sack. Really, the defensive line absolutely killed it. Thought they did a really good job. Tyree Wilson got in there as well. The run defense wasn't great. We'll get into that. But overall, the defense I thought the defense played pretty well. The defensive line was getting after it. The secondary was pretty good. Really, Bijan Robinson was really the worst enemy of the Raiders on Monday night. But overall, defense played pretty well. Isaiah Palamau led the team in tackles, 9 tackles on the night. Usually it's not a good thing when a corner is getting that many tackles. Usually it means kind of he's getting beaten, but it was mainly in run support from what I had seen. So, he wasn't getting beat deep. At least he was coming down in the box and helping things out there. So Brock Bowers also looked pretty good. 3 catches for 35 yards. Now, I was kind of hoping they would get him a little bit more involved, but it is what it is, especially after that night. But anyway, so overall, that was kind of what I had for standouts in my mind. Like I said, defense played well other than the run defense, and Desmond Ridder wasn't horrible. He finished the night, let's see here, I forgot off the top of my head. Yeah, he finished the night 23 of 39 for 208 for a touchdown and 2 picks. Now, the second interception came towards the end of the game on a Hail Mary, so I don't necessarily put that on him. The offensive line did him no favors. He also had 5 carries for 28 yards, which he was your leading rusher. That usually should tell the full story. So as far as fizzouts, so the Alexander Madison fumble wasn't great. Really set you back, especially early in the game there, and it just really seemed like the Raiders couldn't get out of bad field position. Like the Falcons were just kicking field goals for the vast majority of the night. Other than that Drake London touchdown, which Jack Jones got burned on, by the way. The run defense was horrible, and I understand that the Falcons really just had the ball for the majority of the game, but I mean, over 160 yards on the ground, just not great. And then also the offense on that safety, I felt like the offensive line really did Desmond Ridder no favors and the running game no favors. We got to figure that out. So the offensive line, especially on that safety, just got bowled back, was not good. Kirk Cousins, we're also a Vikings fan as well as a Raiders fan, and so we love to see it anytime Kirk Cousins just doesn't look good, just because, I don't know, we're kind of petty that way. But also the block punt, I understand that I think it was Divine Diablo that almost broke that one, but I mean, special teams are killing me. The offensive line, I like we touched on it, like I said, didn't really give anybody help in terms of the pass game or the running game. Desmond Ridder, I will say he was sacked a couple of times, and some of those were his fault because he was holding on to the ball for too long. But a lot of the times it was because the offensive line was just getting pushed back. And again, this Falcons defense is not anything to gawk at, but I mean, it's definitely a pretty good defense. But at the end of the day, they look like all-stars because Desmond Ridder was pressured early and often. Daniel Carlson on that PAT. Again, in the grand scheme of things, did it change a lot? Not really. But I also did feel like this was kind of one of those things where you got to be able to make those plays at the end there. But overall, let us know what you guys think. The Raiders fall, but stay in prime position to maybe potentially tank for Shedeur. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next video.